All big Tesla news, third week of January. Welcome to My Tesla Weekend. Despite a turbulent week on Wall Street, Tesla finished down 2.6% at $826 a share, compared with the Dow Jones down 0.5%, NASDAQ down about the same, and S&P 500 down 1%. The whole market was down, but not by much. Tesla Q4 and all of 2020 results have been announced for January 27th at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, and I'll be putting out an estimate video before then with my predictions, and I may even do a live cast for the event if there's any interest. Let me know your predictions in the comments, and if there's any interest in a live cast. Credit Suisse has increased their Tesla price target from 400 to 800, which is a tad silly since it's already trading above that point. Wedbush has the highest Wall Street price target at $950, but I'm honestly starting to think these guys are no better than a magic 8-ball in their estimates. Tesla Model Y has achieved 5 stars in every category from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, but this was to be expected. You can see the side intrusion way better than the Lexus. The rollover is just about impossible, despite being a crossover SUV. Front end, I mean, this is something that has been mastered for quite some time by automakers. And this rolling down the ramp, oh, I was just sure it was going to roll. Wow. But as Tesla tweeted, the best crash is no crash. With AP enabled, you are 7 times less likely to be involved in an accident, and AP comes standard with every car sold. Skeptics and critics will point out that AP only handles the easiest of driving situations, but the numbers don't lie. Q4 is typically the most dangerous quarter due to wintry weather conditions. With AP engaged, drivers averaged 3.5 million miles between accidents, and even with just the standard safety equipment and a human driving, it came out at better than 1 accident per 2 million miles. This compares with previous winter quarters, where, it's just great. It's just great. Raga Zaga on Twitter asked if Tesla Dojo will be able to do 1 exaflop FP16 sustained or peak compute, which are apparently all words that mean something when put together in this order, and he wanted to know if there would be an upcoming Dojo Day with more information. Elon responded, maybe a Tesla AI Day later this year. The neural net that Tesla has been developing to handle full self-driving is complex and confusing to anyone without a software background and even too many in the industry. So a day to explain what it is might be helpful, but if it's anything like Autonomy Day in 2019, it will do nothing to move the stock. The Kilowatts on Twitter are reporting that the Model Y comes with a heated steering wheel as standard, even on the base model. Not sure how many people need this, but an extra feature without a price bump is never a bad thing. Go For It 5 on Tesla Motors Club has posted some new pictures of the third row in the Model Y, and while they're still clearly quite small, they're not nearly as tight as they'd looked in earlier photos. Drive Tesla Canada has found more pictures with actual humans sitting in the back there. Let's take a look at those. And yes, not as bad as it originally looked. This won't be for everyone, but as customers get their hands on them, we'll have better information for buyers to best understand the limitations. Tony Pham shared a picture of his Model Y, showing that it has the single-piece rear casting right here, confirming earlier reports that this feature had been added to production models. A single casting should slightly reduce weight, though not necessarily noticeably, while reducing production cost and the number of steps involved. Tesla has formally launched their India division with the registration of the company and naming of its directors. While auto manufacturing is still quite a ways out on the horizon, Tesla's domestic presence will allow for easier sales and marketing and is an important first step in one of the world's largest countries, though not one of the biggest auto markets. In China, Tesla is on the hunt for a new design chief to create a car exclusive to that market, looking for bicultural candidates with 20 or more years of experience who are familiar with Chinese tastes and can bridge the gap between China and the United States. Twitter rumors are suggesting the Model S and X will be a substantial refresh. On November 28th, I made the bold prediction that they would be whole new platforms. But when I said that, it was my impression that it wouldn't happen until Q4. So when the announcement of the line closure came a few weeks later, I wasn't so sure anymore. The line was supposed to reopen last week, and it has not, while service centers have been instructed to clear out any remaining S and X in the showrooms. Fingers crossed the next update we see will confirm my theory. And if you don't want to miss any of these in-depth analyses, be sure to subscribe, because it's the only way YouTube knows that these are the kinds of videos you want to see more of. On the competition is coming front, Europe has shown that it's actually here, with Model 3 sales largely flat in 2020 compared to the local brands and Kia, who have increased EV deliveries dramatically. While the shorts are hasty to suggest this spells the end of the road for Tesla in Europe, those actually familiar with the market have confidence that the opening of Giga Berlin will increase deliveries in Europe dramatically, since the removal of the hefty 22% import tax plus the shipping cost will reduce the retail price substantially. And while the ID.3 has been selling like hotcakes, it's worth remembering that they had a 6-month backlog of produced vehicles they couldn't sell until the software was completed in June, and now it looks like they have unsold inventory just sitting on the lots. This person says, I keep getting ID.3 ads from car dealerships. It says 10 available right now. Meanwhile, Model 3 is so popular that my December order isn't arriving until February. A quick 3 seconds to thank my Patreons who enjoy bonus content, early access, and a look behind the curtains. General Motors is launching a new division called BrightDrop to build EV delivery vehicles for FedEx and others. While the name is a terrible idea, the concept overall is fantastic and would fill a much-needed gap in the current EV offerings. This company would apparently compete directly with Rivian's forthcoming Amazon delivery vans. Toyota has been ordered to pay a $180 million fine related to settlement for decade-long non-compliance with Clean Air Act reporting requirements. This sounds like a win for clean air, but it is not. The per-vehicle punishment for the period is around $9 per car sold. It was cheaper for Toyota to do the wrong thing, and that continues the trend of setting all the wrong examples for legacy polluters. The AP is reporting semiconductor shortages are impacting automakers, with Toyota and Ford already having to stop production of some vehicles. When the shutdown hit last year, legacy auto companies canceled their chip orders, and their more nimble upstream providers diverted that capacity to consumer electronics, which were booming while people were stuck at home. Tesla never canceled their orders and has in-house production for their most complicated chips, proving once again the value of vertical integration Tesla has worked so hard to accomplish. It's almost like these legacy guys will never learn. Let me know what I missed or misunderstood. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the flippity flop.